A young man seeks a job at a top company, but a chance encounter with a stranger changes everything. What starts as a quick judgment turns into a shocking lesson in humility. Lucas was an ambitious young man, freshly graduated, with an impressive resume and an even bigger ego. He had his sights set on one of the most prestigious companies in the industry, NovaCorp. When he arrived at the reception area, his posture exuded confidence, but his patience was wearing thin. As he waited to be called, a black man, dressed modestly, approached him casually. "Are you here for an interview too?" man asked with a friendly smile. Ox barely looked up and replied in a dismissive tone, "No, I'm here for a serious position. You, looking for a cleaning job or something?" The man, unfazed, simply nodded and said something like that, "Yes." Lucas chuckled lightly and turned away, clearly ending the conversation. What Lucas didn't realize was that he had just met Elijah Carter, the CEO of NovaCorp. Elijah, not only renowned for being one of the most influential leaders in the industry, but also for his habit of observing candidates undercover, had decided to blend in with the applicants that day. Elijah firmly believed that degrees and qualifications didn't define a person, but their character did. A few minutes later, Lucas was called into the interview room. He walked in confidently, convinced that his resume alone would secure him the job. But what he saw inside stopped him in his tracks. Sitting behind the main desk, radiating authority, was the very man he had just dismissed. Elijah greeted him calmly. "Hello, Lucas. I'm Elijah Carter, CEO of NovaCorp. So, tell me, why do you think you're a good fit for this position?" Lucas's face shifted from smugness to a mix of embarrassment and panic. He stammered through his answers, his usual charm nowhere to be found. Elijah, maintaining his composed yet firm tone, continued, "You know, before we evaluate a candidate's skills, we look closely at their character, how they treat people regardless of who they are or what they look like. Would you like to share your thoughts on respect and equality?" Lucas, unable to meet Elijah's gaze, replied honestly, "Mr. Carter, I learned a lesson today. I judged without knowing, and I deeply regret it." Elijah studied him for a moment, letting the weight of the words settle. Finally, he said, "We all make mistakes, Lucas. The question is, what do we do after? Thank you for coming. We'll be in touch about our decision." Walking out of the office, Lucas felt he had lost more than a job opportunity. He had lost the chance to show who he truly could be. Elijah, on the other hand, returned to his desk, satisfied. He knew that although Lucas wouldn't be joining NovaCorp, he had walked away with something more valuable, a life-changing lesson. Sometimes the real interviews don't happen in an office. They happen in those everyday moments where our attitudes speak louder than our words. Lucas came seeking a job, but left with something far more important, the realization that change starts with him.